Hi, my name is Jai Bahl, and I go to Sacramento State where I'm studying finance. If you're watching this, you're probably stressed out about the application process and what's the right college for you. I'm here to tell you that we've all been through the same situation that you have, and I'm here to tell you my journey. Um, as a student athlete, the process was really different for me because I had to reach out directly to the golf coaches instead of the school. So in my application process, I was emailing golf coaches nonstop, and I ended up choosing Sacramento State because I thought that was the best fit for me. I think that's really important, choosing the college that's the best fit for you. I wanted to go somewhere which is great weather and has golf year round, um, and I didn't want to spend winters in an indoor facility. So I think Sacramento is great that way, and it also has a good academic program, but it's not too hard where I had to give up on practices and stuff. So I think Sacramento is a great fit for me that way. But the teaching style, I'm a junior now, and the teaching style is actually more different than I thought. Um, I studied CBSC at modern school in Delhi, but the English is actually way harder than you would think, and the math is way easier. I remember in my first semester over there, I was in a math class, and the teacher was teaching something which I had learned in like eighth grade. But it eventually gets harder. But the English is definitely way more difficult. I did give my SATs before applying, but since it was a state school, I think it was blind for the SAT score, so it didn't really matter. So the finances were a little cheaper since it was a state school. I ended up paying about $33,000 a year, with including my housing. I did not work there at all, but I did have a part scholarship for golf, which was 10,000 USD, and I have been applying for academic scholarship as well, and I'm yet to hear back from them. But since I'm an athlete, I didn't really get time to work. But a lot of my friends, as an international student, you have to work on campus. You can't earn money off campus. So a lot of my friends who are American have part time jobs, but my international friends have some part time jobs, but then they have to be on campus. And the hidden costs are honestly, since I didn't have a car and most of my practices were off campus, I ended up spending a lot of money on Uber and Lyft, which were the two popular ways to get around over there. But now I'm gonna get a car in a month, hopefully. So I just got my driver's license and looking forward for that. Initially, when I went there, honestly, it was super different. My first few weeks, you would naturally feel a little homesick, and my parents came to drop me off, so that was nice. But yeah, it was just really good to stay in touch with parents and talk to them often. I remember talking to my grandparents as well, at least once or twice a week. And it's really important to remember that everyone is the same as you if you're a freshman. Like everyone, most people don't know anyone else, and everyone's trying to be social. So it's important to go out and make some friends. I think the misconception about college is that it's everything is handed to you, whereas in reality I feel like it's quite the opposite. I feel like college is some place which builds your character a lot, and you can kind of it gives you pathways, and you can kind of lead your life however you want. Even with golf, all the facilities are given to you, but like our coach is super laid back and stuff. So if you want to practice, he's obviously more than happy if you do it as much as you want. But if you don't want to practice, then you can like literally practice 2 hours, 4 days a week. So I feel like it's completely up to you. My first 2 years were on campus, So most of my meals were in the dining hall, and with the meal card, I had some meal exchanges, which were just restaurants on campus, which would give you a meal for a swipe. And I barely knew how to cook. I still don't, but I'm staying off campus now. Once I go back, I've rented a house with three teammates, so I'm looking forward to that, and I think it'll be more fun. That is the more cost effective option, in my case at least. School housing on campus is usually a little more expensive, and then so is the meal plan. um, I'm studying finance. I feel like that's a lot of people don't know what they want to major in, and they have an undeclared major until the third year. I always kind of knew, but that was just because something I've always been interested in. I've been trading and investing in the stock market since a young age, and my parents both used to be bankers. My dad's still into wealth management. I feel like it's just in my blood and comes naturally to me. But I feel like it's totally normal if you don't know what you want to major in, and you always have till the third year.